Hi, welcome to the Cherry Purls podcast. This is episode 64. You do the show notes, so you're the one who usually knows. I just
64.
guess. We are a knitting and spinning podcast coming to you as usual from right outside New Orleans, Louisiana, and we are so happy that you're here with us today. We have some finished objects. We're going to talk about our newest knit along. We both got some stash this week, so all in all, we have a good amount of stuff to show you guys. But first, I am Robin.
I'm Mary.
You can find me as Teenybutton on Instagram and Ravelry, and my Etsy shop is Teenybutton Studio, where you can find my hand-dyed yarn.
And on Ravelry, I am Snippin' Fool, and on Instagram, I am Cherry Purls Mary.
And we have a podcast group. That is where you can find all of the show notes for this episode, as well as our knit-along chatter thread and finished objects thread. So that is going to be linked down below. And if you want to find it on Ravelry, it is Cherry Purls Podcast. So that is that. But we have some coupon codes. Would you like to talk about the coupon codes?
I'm waiting for Paul to jump up. Are you jumping up? She's getting ready to jump up on the table.
If the table shakes, that's what that is.
Okay, we do have some coupon codes right now. First coupon code is from Kath Thorley. She's a designer, and she has offered a coupon for 20% off of her patterns. That is good through March. Oh, now she's rubbing her chin on the laptop screen.
Here, I'm going to grab her.
So anyway, she's offering 20% off of her patterns until March of 2018, and the coupon code is CherryPearls20. And there's our girl.
She's got to be good.
And our second coupon code is from our friend Rick from Wednesday Stitches Designs on Etsy, and he is offering a coupon code for 15% off of any purchases over $10, and that is good until August 31st, so a couple more weeks of that, and the coupon code for that is Cherry Purls.
Yes. So we have a knit-along that's currently running. We kind of came up with it on the fly last episode, but it is now an official knit-along, and we have, as I mentioned earlier, chatter and finished objects threads for that. So would you like to talk about that as well?
Oh, sure. Well, Robin and I on last podcast realized that we were both knitting patterns by Casapinka, and we both really enjoy her designs. So we decided to host a cow called It's a Casapinka-long. And the basically the rules are you need to knit a pattern from Casapinka. WIPs are counted since both of Robin and I already have works in progress. You can enter works in progress or brand new projects. And the cow will run from August the 1st of this year until September 30th, so it's a 2-month timeline. And we have chatter thread and finished objects thread, and we will be pulling prizes from both. We're not sure how many prizes we're offering yet, because we did have some offers from some people to send us some prizes, and we're waiting to see how many of those we're going to be getting in, but we will choose prizes from both threads. You, as usual, you need to be a member of the podcast group to win a prize. And come along and join us, because there are some great patterns.
I love her patterns. Should we show this now, or show it in stash? Well, it's not really stash, but
yeah, we did get one of the prizes in this week, and yeah, go ahead and show it, Rob.
Okay. So I'll mention this later, but we had a wonderful person send us 2 skeins of Quince & Co. This is their Piper base, which is a lace weight.
Isn't that beautiful? I love the rich color of that.
Oh, that's. Yeah, here we go. Woo!
Quince & Co. Piper.
Quince & Co. Piper. 50-50 mohair and merino.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
It's gorgeous. And it is a lace weight. They're 50-gram skeins.
And this is a rich, like a plum
gorgeous
color, would you say?
Yeah, what's the colorway on this? It does not say.
Laredo.
Can't read.
It's only at the top.
Yeah. I was thinking mulberry for some reason, and I was
Yeah.
looking for the word mulberry, but it is a very mulberry color.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And so she gave us 2 skeins.
So generous.
That we are going to use for prizes for this cow.
Yes.
And like Robin said, she'll talk a little bit more about that in the Throw Me Something Extra section.
Yes. So first prize, obviously they'll go together. And there are some little extras besides just yarns and bags. I think I'm going to include some little goodies that I may have purchased recently. But I'm not going to show those. I'm just going to show the big prizes.
As it gets closer to the end, we will probably show the prizes that are being offered, as well as take pictures, as we usually do. We'll take pictures and post them at the top of both the chatter and the finished objects thread, so people can be aware of exactly what prizes will be offered.
There was something else I was going to say. It's going to come to me. Just wait.
I'm sorry. Did I push it out of your head?
It is gone.
Is it about the cow?
Yeah, but it's gone.
Okay, well, if it
It
comes
must not
back,
have been that important.
if it comes back, feel free to throw it out there.
It is killing me.
Go ahead. What?
You do your finished objects, and I'll sit here and I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions as to what the rules are, go.
I remembered what it was. I was actually going to ask if anybody out there is a maker and they would like to donate a prize. Get in contact with one of us. We'll be happy to show our viewers, and we would love to have some gorgeous things to give away to our participants. So that is what I was going to say.
Sounds good.
There it is. Okay, so.
And if you have any questions about what the rules are or anything, we do have the rules posted in both the chatter and the finished objects thread. So head on over there if you're thinking about participating, and we hope you join us.
Yeah, it's a pretty loose cow. Double dipping is encouraged. Obviously, you could be at the bind off row and still enter.
Yeah.
So
there's sometimes we'll have a thing to where you can't be 50% finished. Nope. Anyway. Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's where we are.
Cool.
Okay. So moving along to finished objects. Yes. You want to go first?
I have 2 and you have 2. So.
But last week you didn't have any. So why don't you go first?
Okay. So I actually was putting these together and I realized they are both the exact same colors.
They are.
How did I not notice that as I was knitting these? They're
not the same yarn.
No, they're not the same. I don't know.
One is your yarn.
Yeah.
One is,
a different. Yeah. So this is my fingering weight brioche bandana cowl. I think it's just fingering brioche bandana cowl. Yeah, fingering brioche bandana cowl by Lavanya Patriciella. I'm saying that right. And the yarn is Teenybutton Studio. The gray is Smoke, and then the pink is called Drunk Flamingos. So there it is. The gray is actually on my soft sock base, and the pink is on my sparkle sock. So there's a little bit of some sparkly action going on. So I think I like it better this way, even though it is reversible, which is one of the good things about brioche. But I think I like it better this way because you kind of get that peep of sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's very close fitting, but I haven't blocked it yet. And does brioche need to be blocked?
I wouldn't block brioche because part of the it's like blocking to me ribbing. I don't think you want to block that.
Yeah, because it won't be as stretchy, but you'll be able to see the inside stitches more, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I think that's the plan of brioche. I mean, you see it. You see the contrast color on the edging.
Yeah.
On the bind off edge. But I just think it's beautiful, and it gives you a peep of color.
Peep.
Yeah, I can see up here where you've got it like right under your neck. It stretches a little bit, and then you could always turn it down like that.
Yeah, it is a little tighter than I like my cowls though, and I did knit the larger size, so I'm wondering if my gauge was off. But I still like it.
Well, this was your first brioche project. I think it's, I would think that like with any new process that you learn, you probably don't have your gauge set yet.
Yeah.
I was noticing that I was working on my crochet granny stripe blanket. And the gauge at the beginning of the blanket is way different than the gauge I have now.
Yeah.
You can see that when you fold it up, it does not fold up evenly. There's like the bottom edge of it is way big compared to the working edge.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
I think it's great.
I like it. So I was thinking it would be really useful if I lived up north and I could like tuck it into a coat or something.
You can wear it when we go to New York.
I could. We didn't mention that. We are planning a trip. To New York, so I can wear it then.
Yeah.
Because here it gets below freezing like one day a year. So, I have a pea coat. I don't remember why I have it, but I've never worn it. But I have it, so I can wear this with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a knitwear frenzy.
Oh, yeah. Hand knits.
I'm going to bring an entire suitcase full of hand knits. It's the only time we're going to get to use them.
I don't think so, because
No.
Dad's probably going to limit us to carry-on. So
Yeah.
just saying, you're gonna have to pile them all on.
I'll have to wear them all to the airport. Just
yeah, there you go.
And a pullover, a cardigan, 3 shawls, 4 hats. Just wear it to the airport.
Socks and socks and socks.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is my first finished object.
I think that's perfect.
I love it. And I'm planning my next brioche project, but I'm not sure exactly what yarn I want to use. So I think I'll talk about more of that after whips. So, would you like to go?
Sure. In honor of the Casapinka Long, I have finished my project. This is Rainbow Warrior. It is, let's see, here's the one end, and goes all the way across to the other end.
It is just a baby shawl.
It has not been blocked yet, and I have woven in ends, but I don't slip the ends until after blocking. I did a picot bind off because this is a shop sample for Robin to use whenever she's vending, and she requested a picot bind off. So
well, that's what the pattern calls for, right?
Yeah, well, so did the 3-color cashmere shawl, and I said, no, I'm
that.
not doing that.
Yeah.
So she wanted the picot, so of course I did the picot. This was a wonderful project. I loved knitting it. I would knit it again. So the colors that are used are both Teenybutton Studio Soft Sock. This color right here is Black Magic, and the darker black color is, I'm drawing a blank. Dementor's Kiss.
It's like that thing, what is it called? There's a word for it. Whenever you see a color, because I keep calling the black magic, but it's not. It's like how you're trying to write the word blue in red, but you accidentally write red. What is that called? There's a name for it. It's like
I don't know.
It's like a psychological phenomenon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kept doing that whenever I was thinking about this project.
Yeah, but anyway, I think it shows off both colors very well. And like I said, it was very fun to knit. I knitted exactly 2 patterns. Robin is, I would probably have gone longer on the shawl. I think if it were you, for a shawl that you were definitely going to wear for your personal use, you probably would have done some modifications to add some sections in.
We talked about, because it goes like 1.
Yeah, it starts off with 1, then there's 2, then there's 3, then there's 2 sections of 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1.
And we were talking about doing 1, 2, 3, 4 again.
Yeah, go adding another section on the top.
But I think it'll block out.
It'll block out a lot bigger.
Especially if you do it, because you're aggressively...
Yes,
very aggressive blocker.
But yeah, I think that I prefer a little bit longer shawl. That's just my thing. But it is a fabulous shawl. Like I said, I would do it again. Mm-hmm. Highly, highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for a great Casapinka.
Is this the one that the proceeds go to an LGBT foundation? I can't remember. Whenever I bought it, I couldn't remember.
It was... It has something to do with LGBT, but I don't know if proceeds go to it.
We'll find that out. I'm very interested.
I think she came out with this right after the Pulse shooting, so I'm really not sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
love it. I would do it again.
It's great for a variegated, because like this is purely variegated. You don't know.
I think that this would be a fantastic project for variegated yarn. Sometimes with the variegated yarn, they're so busy you don't really know what to do with them, but the Dementor's Kiss plays into the colors very well, and it gives it a nice, contrast to the Black Magic. I think it works.
It's very Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have both colors in my shop still. I know for sure I have Dementor's Kiss on a couple different bases. I think I have 1 Black Magic left. I need to check. Okay. I'm looking over there, but I don't think I've pulled out the stuff that's sold yet. So
yeah. So probably won't show this after it's been blocked, but I will have pictures of it on my project page. So if you're looking, and I will measure this top line to give you a length of what it blocks out to be if you're interested in that information.
Cool beans.
All righty. So,
that means thank you for knitting that.
No problem. I'm happy to help out. I'm always looking for a project.
Well, yeah, you're stuck on what to knit next, aren't you?
No, I figured out what I'm doing next.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I helped you pick colors.
Yeah, I was... We're going to Into the Wool in September, and they're having a spotlight cal, and you can earn points. So I was trying to figure out, do I want to try to get another project in to get points for the Spotlight Cow or what? And so I went through all my patterns in my library, and none of them were jumping out at me. So then I went through my favorites, and there's a project that I was specifically buying yarn for and went to DFW, and that one's still talking to me. So that's the one I'm going to do next. Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so this is my finished Martha's Meadow shawl, which is a pattern by Lisa Hannes, and I love it. I love it so much.
This one is blocked, so you can see how
this
big
one is
it turned
blocked.
out to be. So
yes.
That's the top edge, and then there's the bottom
I'll
edge.
put it on so they can see.
Yeah.
The yarn is La Bien-Aimée, and the base is Allure, and it is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. And
it is so soft.
It is like Buttah. It's like Buttah. It's amazing. So, I love it in knit group. People were like, "Oh, I gotta feel it," and they're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, it's
Pass it
definitely
around.
something you want to touch and keep touching.
Mm-hmm. I actually think I'm going to keep it on because I'm not roasting today. But the pink is Peach Mignon, or however you say that in French, because my French is abysmal. And the gray is called Parchment. And I love it. I really, 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 really love it. So this one will be coming with me to New York, I think.
I think that is another example of a beautiful marriage between yarn and pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep it on. It's so soft. And like the silk gives it, like the alpaca is really warm, but the silk and the alpaca together give it a really nice drape, and it kind of has a little bit of like a cooling sensation. I just put it on. I don't think it's still wet, but like it
didn't feel damp at all.
But like it's slightly cool, which is pretty cool, pretty good.
We'll see how cool you are by the end of
Yeah,
the
I know. But I love it. I highly recommend this pattern. I did, I gotta get it off again.
Did you do a modification?
Yes, I did do a modification. I think I talked about this before, but I did the stockinette slashes in this section, and then I did one stockinette slash at the bottom.
Right in there.
Yeah. So that's just to keep it. Oh, it's caught on my necklace. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Nope. Oh, and it's caught bad.
Ooh, hang on, guys.
You made a pull.
Okay, so I've been freed. So that's all I had to say about that. So you have one more?
I actually have two more.
You have two more?
Yes. These were both card knitting projects. If you were a longtime viewer of the podcast, you'll know that I frogged a shawl that I knit quite a while ago in Karen Simply Soft, and I knew I would never wear it, so I frogged it and had a ton of yarn because it was a three skein shawl, and I'm trying to use up the yarn. So this is the first project. This was some of my card knitting, and I finished it. This is the Waffle Hat by Gail Babel. I really like this pattern. It's one of my go-to patterns because it's simple and it's mindless, but this is obviously not a baby size, so I knit some adult size hats sometimes, and I finished this week. It's Karen Simply Soft in Off-White. And then I have more yarn, and my last work in progress is also in the same yarn.
It's lighting up like a light bulb.
Yeah, I know. It's really, really blown out. This is a preemie hat. This is supposedly for a 4-pound baby. I've never knit a preemie hat that small, but this is Greenport Watchman Preemie Hat by Susie Allen. And what's interesting about this pattern is she gives you 4 different sizes, starting with a 2-pound baby, a 4-pound baby. I think there are 4 or 5 pound babies, but I think there's 4. But it's 2, 4, then 6 to 8. No, wait, that wouldn't be 6 to 8. 6 to 8 pound baby is not a preemie. But anyway, the pattern gives you sizes for how many pounds the baby is when it's born. Also gives you a head circumference. And so I had never knit one this small. So this is 36 stitches cast on. And I mean, that went super fast. It is. It's tiny.
You know, Pearl's a 12-pound baby. This might fit her.
I think she's a little bigger than that. She may be the size I'm doing now. This is the middle size. I cast on today for the largest size, and that one is 48 stitches, I think. So that one probably will fit her.
Okay. As long as Pearl has her hat.
But this, again, is the same yarn. I've still got some more of it, but I am coming to the end of that yarn.
Finally.
Yes.
The very end of all 3 skeins?
I think so.
Ooh,
I know.
crossed.
Surprise.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my final finished project.
Do you have any whips?
No. Well, yeah, I do have one. I cast it on today, but I didn't bring it. I left it in the car. I mean, it
looks just like that hat, but a little bit bigger.
Looks just like this. It's about, I think I have 3 more rows of the ribbing. So, I mean, it has just started. So, oh my God, you can't even see it. But
I know.
Yeah, so it's like that much done. Just the ribbing. So, I didn't bring it. Like I said, it's my car knitting. We met Rick today from Whimsy Stitches to sit around and knit and hear about his wonderful experience at Stitches Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were eating donuts at District Donuts and knitting. And, yeah, so I just leave that in the car.
Yeah.
So when I go out.
Yeah.
Now I'm done.
Okay. So I guess I will just talk about my whips for like 3 hours because I have a bunch of them. I only have 3 today. But it's going to be a lot of talking, so y'all get ready. So this is my first work in progress, and it is almost a finished object.
Well, you still need to cut in the heels, right?
Yes, yeah. So 2 finished Desert Vista Dye Works socks, and one of them is still attached to the cake because I forgot to cut it. So here is the cake. Desert Vista Dye Works, the base is Viso, which is her 7525? Maybe? I don't have the tag.
I don't remember.
But
it's a nice base.
Colorway is Animal Dreams, which is based on the Barbara Kingsolver novel. And they are socks.
What color are you going to do the heel?
I'm going to do with this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to try to cut in. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to cut in, but I'm going to try to cut in the middle of a stripe and then pick up that with the same color. Because I have a good bit left. This is probably at least 30 grams. So I can cut some, wind some off, and then get to the right place where I need to be. So
I'll take that from my blanket.
Yeah, that's the benefit of you doing the crochet blanket, because for my blanket I need a bunch more than you do. So
I can take scraps of most any size.
Yeah. So I've been putting this off. These have been done for a while, but I've been putting them off because I'm nervous about cutting it in. I'm sure it'll be fine, but
what I've heard of people who cut their yarn, especially like people who do steeking for sweaters and all that, they really enjoy it once they do it the first time.
I love this color.
I think what I'd be afraid of in socks is that I'd cut through to the other side. So like maybe I'd feel like I need to put something like in between it, like a piece of cardboard or something.
Well, the way that I've seen it done is you put the needles through. Like, you pick up the stitches on the top and bottom, and then you cut the stitch in between.
Oh, well, that makes a lot more sense.
I think. I've had a cursory glance at it, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I've never even looked to see what the process is.
But they're really fun. I really like them.
Those will be great to wear.
Yeah. Very summery, very, very August-y for me. So, yeah. Socks. I think I'm going to get that done at some point this week. Because I have some socks that I want to cast on, so I gotta finish these first. So
you have free needles?
Yeah, I need free needles.
I thought you had free needles.
No. Well, no, I do somewhere. I just don't know where they are.
Well, what were those on?
Well, they're on the chiaogus right there that fell on the floor. But I need to save those so I can do the...
Oh, yeah, you need to save them.
Heels.
Yeah.
Although we did discuss that I could borrow yours.
Yeah, or you could just slide your sock down to the other end, the one that you're working on, and just use the tips.
Yeah, that's an idea.
I mean, you don't have to have the project off because that's a long cord.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of just want to get them done first anyway. But let me show you guys my second sock I've been working on. I showed you guys this last week, and I'm almost done with the first one. This is a Hermione's Everyday sock. And I am knitting this out of some tangled yarn here. This is out of my shimmer base. I made it worse. This is out.
I hate when I do that.
I know. Okay, this is out of my shimmer base, and the colorway is Buttah, which is the Harry Potter Club colorway from April of this year. So
it's blowing it out.
Extremely blown out, but y'all know it's pastel, so might show up better in the sock.
So you decided not to do the patterning on the back?
Yeah. So I did Hermione's Everyday Sock. I am not doing the patterning on the back, just to mix it up. Usually whenever that happens, it's because I forgot, but this time I made a conscious decision not to put the patterning on the back. So I cast on 68, and I put in a Fish Lips Kiss heel, which is my favorite heel. And I usually knit until I can fold it over, and it reaches the start of the patterning, and then I do the ribbing for this section. So I've got a little ways to go. I thought I was closer than I was, but it's not a big deal. I enjoy working on this. So imagine this sock, but like way more saturated. It's very blown out. And for some reason, whenever I showed the skein last week, the skein came up fine. So I have no idea what's up with the light. But
I think it's the lighting, Yeah. Certain colors just don't show up as well.
Yeah. So, not a whole lot to see here. My little banana, my little chocolate banana, is from Bunny and Toot. Stay still. Bunny and Toot, which is a Canadian maker. And I got it because it reminded me of Arrested Development, which was one of my favorite shows. And there's the running joke about how there's always money in the banana stand. So, I've been perfect on my Knox Yarn banana stand socks I knit last year.
It would?
Yeah. But, that is my second whip. And this yarn doesn't want to cooperate. It's
yarn is giving you a hard time.
It's caught in the clip now, but I'm just going to leave it. So for my last whip this week, I have my Casapinka project. And it's been a very long time since I worked on this because I was using a pair of Knitter's Pride Royal needles, which are the metal ones, the metal tips with the wooden shank, whatever. And
it's part of an interchangeable set you have.
It's part of an interchangeable set.
Which makes it sad.
And one of them snapped. And I wasn't doing anything funny with it. I was just putting it back in the bag, and it snapped. I wasn't being rough with it. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I remember
but
when that
snapped
happened.
right at the, because I was taking you to PT that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it snapped right at the join, like right where the wood meets the metal. So that was very sad, and I still haven't contacted them because I'm just keep forgetting. But
so you were waiting to free up this set of needles so that you could go back.
I said that, but I was incorrect because I thought the Martha's Meadow was on 4s, but it was on 6s, and this is on 4s, which is interesting because the pattern calls for 6s, but for some reason, Robin knit these on 4s. I don't know why. She just did. So, this is the Goldfish.
Okay, Robin.
I know. This is the Goldfish Memory shawl wrap. Mm-hmm. Goldfish Memory by Casapinka. And it is coming along. This is where I was whenever the needle snapped. So that is how much I've done.
Is this part down here the very last part? Or is there more to it?
Oh, no, there's way more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like another garter section, and then there's another stripe section, and then there's another slip stitch section, and then there's more lace.
Okay.
So, and then there's, I think, garter at the end.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is half. I think I'm on section 7 out of 13.
It's about half.
Yeah, just about half.
So what yarn are you using?
This is Hedgehog Fiber Skinny Singles, and I had the yarn bands, but Pearl decided that they were going to be fun play toys. So I don't know where they are.
Probably under the bed.
Probably under the bed and probably full of teeth holes. So, but I know what they are. It's all good. The white is Pine. And the yellow, of course, is Fool's Gold, which is the best Hedgehog Fibers colorway. And the gray is called Oracle. So let's show it close up. Very pretty. I love Hedgehog Fibers, especially Skinny Singles. And there is at least one person knitting their Casapinka shawl in the group out of Hedgehog Fibers Skinny Singles. So we are Skinny Single Sisters.
I love the patterning in this.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. Well, the whole thing about the pattern is that, you know, supposedly a goldfish's memory only lasts like 3 seconds. So it's to keep your interest. So the pattern keeps changing.
Yeah, you keeps changing your stitches.
I thought that was a cute little story.
She has a lot of interesting stories, backstories behind her patterns.
Yeah, we're Casapinka fans.
Yep.
You did the Black to the Fuchsia.
Mm-hmm.
So that is right. I think Lynn was talking to me about that today. I don't know if she's going to knit it. But
I like that pattern.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern.
It was fun.
So I'm keeping this in my Mrs. Brown's bag. Stabbing myself with this needle. But very cute. And I could get points for this if I was doing the Spotlight Cal for Into the Wool, but I don't think I am going to do it. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
It's getting close to the end date anyway. So, but anyway,
There it is.
Knit on size 4s for some inexplicable reason.
I bet what you saw was the
4
millimeter
millimeters.
size.
Yeah, probably. That happens to me a lot. But I'm really happy with it. And it's nice and potato chippy, and I'm at the point, I'm doing the garter right now, so it's just like mindless back and forth, and I'm watching my trashy TV show.
Yay, trashy
And
TV shows.
Yeah, speaking of, Project Runway comes on next week, is that right?
Yes, because tonight was Road to the Runway.
Yeah, so we are there. We are excited, because
Me
we love that
too.
kind of crap. Not that it's crap, but you know.
We like reality TV.
We like reality TV.
But this is actually good reality
unlike,
TV.
Unlike 90 Day Fiancé and some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
we watch,
that's
which
bad
is
reality.
pure drama. We love it.
Yeah, that's garbage. It's
Yeah.
entertaining though.
Oh yeah, entertaining garbage.
Yeah.
So are you ready for Throw Me Something, Mister?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have been shopping some D-stashes lately because
On Ravelry.
on Ravelry, yes. Because for those of you who may have watched us, or maybe longtime fans of the podcast, you know that I am a Vine fanatic, and I am very bad at catching her updates, partly because her updates happen right after mine do, or maybe at the same time. Now, I think she's at 6 p.m. Eastern, so that 6 p.m. Central, so right after mine, so I'm usually in the middle of, like, getting stuff ready, and, you know, Friday night, so...
Well, even if you're on it, you can still get carjacked,
Yeah.
which has happened to you before.
Yes, and it's heartbreaking. It really is, because I get emotionally attached. There was a skein of, what's her birthday party colorway? It's not Death Day Party. I want to say, it's some sort of, like, Grim Party or something like that. It's, like, charcoal with colorful speckles, and I was dying for a skein of that, and I got carjacked, and it was very upsetting for me. In my fragile state. I think what happened is I went to one of her morning updates, and I had stayed up really
One
late.
of the international
Yeah,
ones?
I had stayed up really late the night before, and so I was tired and emotionally compromised, and I was like, ooh. So, long story short, if you shop D-Stash, then you're more likely to not get carjacked. So I found some Vine on D-Stash. So the first skein that I got is this skein of Blitzed in the Stellar Banshee colorway, which is 75-25 Merino Nylon Stellina, and I think it's gold Stellina.
It looks like gold Selena.
And this Stellar Banshee, like I said. So I love this.
It's a color I like too.
Yeah, I'm thinking speckled space socks, but I already have 2 pairs. And I have another skein that I want to make into a pair of speckled space socks, so I don't know.
What about brioche?
The other ones I'm going to do brioche with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other skein that I bought. So
You're limiting your brioche
no,
choices?
but I'm going to hold on to this and see what it says, because right now it could be anything.
Well, it's
'cause
not telling you specifically.
Yeah, it's not saying anything just yet.
Makes
So,
sense.
It is gorgeous, and it's an older one because it has her hang tag. She does bands now. So and it's interesting actually because she went from tags to white bands to black bands. So I have skeins from all of the eras now. So, and this is Yarngasm podcast. If you watch podcasts, I'm sure if you're watching us, you probably watch Kristen too, or you at least know Kristen. So
Yeah, she's been podcasting for quite a while.
a long time, very long time. She's on her almost 250th episode. So I highly recommend her podcast if you haven't watched it. But if you're watching this, you probably have. So anyway. So a second D-stash that I found was from a lady named Carrie. I did not ask the first lady if she wanted to be mentioned, so I'm not going to mention her name. But Carrie had this skein in her stash. So this is her new label because it's black. And she writes with the, is it like a chalk marker? Like a neon?
Yeah, I would think that's like just a neon marker.
Yeah, Hot Mess. And this is her Nouveau base, which are singles, I guess 100% superwash merino. And I bought this specifically for brioche to go with this skein that I have, which is older, hence the white label.
So here's the all three
All 3 of them together.
of her tags.
Yeah. So this is Spring Breaker. I bought this a couple of months ago, and I think they'd be perfect for brioche. I'm thinking either the Sizzle Pop, or the Vortex Shawl, or the Marley Shawl, or the Meandering Shawl by Stephen West. So one of those 4. I think I'm going to save this for our trip to New York and bring this to work on while we're there because it's a New York indie dyer, comes from New York or Brooklyn, and I can work on it while we're there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold on to these. I'm going to force myself to wait.
Is that something that's mindless, though? Because, when I'm traveling, I'd like to do a mindless project.
Well, I'm thinking maybe, like, plain knitting or, like, I was going to say in the hotel room at night, but we'll probably just come home and crash, but I still want to bring it anyway. I'll bring socks, too.
Yeah, do what makes you happy.
Yeah, so I think those will be nice together. So, that is what I got. That is what I purchased from Carrie. But she was kind enough to send us extra skeins. She noticed, I don't think she was already a podcast watcher, but she noticed that I had a podcast. So she sent along some extras. Something for me, something for you, and then the Quince & Co. that we showed earlier is from her. So thank you, Carrie. So this is the skein that I snagged because I've actually been thinking about buying this for a long time. So this is Machete Shop. And the colorway is Dreamcatcher, and it's her 80/20 superwash merino nylon, and she calls this Twist Sock. So, that's coming up perfect. Look at that. So,
yeah, that does look good.
Gorgeous. I'm thinking about using this for my pair of birthday socks this month, because I usually do a birthday sock. It's either going to be this, or it's going to be one of the Knox yarns, maybe the Lady Stardust colorway I bought a couple of weeks ago. Or I could do both. I don't know if I want to do both, but I have a couple of weeks to decide. I try to cast it on a little bit before my birthday, and they don't have to be done on my birthday, but like...
in the month of August.
Yeah, in the month of August. So,
Ta-da!
yay! I love it so much. So, thank you again, Carrie. And then would you like to show what you got?
Yes. What I decided to snag was... I'm assuming this is 2 skeins. This is Mad Tosh Twist Sock, I think it is, and the colorway is Holy Festival. And I just think it's really fun. It's like a cream color with all these little pops of color.
Very neon.
Yeah, neon pops of color.
That'd be perfect for like a Red Robin shawlette.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've got 2 skeins. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I am going to reskein this because I don't know when I'm going to use it. But I just think it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So thank you so much. I was excited when Robin pulled this out of the package.
It was amazing. And I thought it was something else at first because it was a big old package and I only bought 1 skein. So
this was totally unexpected.
It was a great surprise.
And very much appreciated. So thanks.
So I have one more thing that I got this week. And actually, the third one is up here. So the Gnome Knitter is offering, I don't know if she still is, but at one point she was offering seconds, which are clay charms that are not quite perfect enough to sell, but still adorable and cute enough to be offered at a discount. So I ordered 2 packs of 2. So I have 3 of them here, but one of them is going to be going into the bin for the Casapinka Knit-Along prizes. So I'll just show you the 3 that I got, and the last one will be a surprise. So these 2, a little checkerboard cake and a little cup of tea.
With a lemon slice.
With a little lemon slice. And then a little slice of pepperoni pizza. And it's so cute.
Making me hungry.
Yeah. I love seconds. I love seconds for enamel pens. I love seconds for charms.
A lot of time you can't see what the problem is.
Yeah, or even
the
if
maker
it is,
knows the issue, but you don't necessarily see it.
Yeah, but even if it is, like, for food charms especially, like, food isn't perfect. Like, the cheese slides off of pizza
all the time. All the time.
And you can't, it looks more realistic. So, that is absolutely adorable. I'm not sure if she still has them in her shop, but even if she doesn't, go check it out because she has some really, really, really cute charms. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you follow her, but she did a little, she's doing a trunk show, and she did a little bacon and eggs little cute charm. It was so cute. So, yeah, check her out if you haven't already. So, that is what I got this week. I
think that's it.
Yeah, I have one more thing coming in the mail, but it's just more stitch markers, which I need, I don't need that at all, but I ordered them anyway because they're cute.
You have an issue with the stitch markers.
I know. I have a lot of stitch markers. Yeah, but
it's not an issue. I was just teasing. It's good. It's a good issue to have.
Mm-hmm. And I guess it's more to give away. I keep my very favorites, and then I have more to give away to viewers, or for stitch marker swaps, or
sure, more to share.
Yes. So I think that's all the knitting content we have for right now. I'm going to show you what's going to be in tomorrow's shop update. So if you're interested in that, then stick around. As usual, or not as usual, but Harry Potter club slots for September are now available. And August Club is going out very soon. I have them all done. They are all over there. I just need to print the labels and get them actually packaged up and sent out. So I am ahead of schedule this week. I think I mentioned last week that I might be. So I actually am. I've double counted because last time I did not count correctly because. So, but they are perfect this week, this month. So they will be going out very soon. So I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited. I saved myself a skein out of this.
It's a beautiful color. So I love it.
It's actually not like anything I've ever done before. So I think I'm going to play around more with this particular kind of style of dyeing. So maybe that's a little teaser hint for those of you who have purchased it. So with that being said, I will show you what is going to be in the update tomorrow. So some of this is restocks from what sold out last week, so I'll do those first. One is labeled and one is not. This is my Drunk Flamingo's base colorway.
Which is the same as your brioche cowl.
Yes, which I threw over there so I can't show you. But these two colors are the Fingering Weight brioche bandana cowl. So Smoke and Drunk Flamingos. So this one is on Sparkle. I will also have it on Soft Sock. And I only have Smoke on Soft Sock. So if you want to be like me and do a sparkle and a matte, I will have that available. I will also have more Flying Horses, which is the colorway inspired by the carousel in New Orleans City Park. So it's got greens and yellow, and a little bit of pink there with some speckles. There's the speckles. I will also have more Hurricanes and Hand Grenades, which is based on the cocktails you can get in the quarter. So pinks and this fluorescent green. I will also have more of, this is a very New Orleans update, isn't it?
It looks like that.
This is Pontchartrain Beach, which is based on the amusement park that is now closed, but used to be open in New Orleans in the, 60s, 70s, and 80s?
Something like that. I'm not positive of dates, but definitely in the 70s. For sure.
Yeah. Well, definitely the 60s, too, because Dad went whenever he was little. So, I will have this on Sparkle, on Shimmer Selena, and on Soft Sock. And then I have a Halloween colorway this week. This is one that I haven't had in my shop in a while. And I've actually redone it, so it's a little bit different than it used to be. So this is Voodoo Queen. And it is a little bit more of a bluer purple. I kind of did some tweaking to the formula just because I think it's a little bit more like gothic, like Halloween-y.
A little darker.
Yeah. So it is a purple, blue-toned purple with navy speckles, blue speckles, and some green.
And that's two different bases?
Yes. This one is on Shimmer Sock and this one is on Soft Sock. And I think it would go perfect with Grimm, which I will have more of, but I don't have it dyed quite yet. It's still drying in the, I don't have it skeined up quite yet because it's still drying in the studio.
But that will be in the update, Grimm?
Yes, Grimm will be in the, not Grimm. I keep calling it Grimm. It's Dementor's Kiss.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd forgotten one of your colorways.
No, in my head it's Grimm, but I didn't want to call it that. Because I like Dementor's Kiss better, but like in the back of my head.
Oh, that would look great with Dementor's Kiss.
Yeah, so that's what I meant to say. I also think it'd be cool with St. Charles Streetcar, that darker green, medium green. So that is what's going to be in the update. There will also, for those of you who are interested in my little teaser last week, I will have a kit that I am doing with Rick of Whimsy Stitches and Melissa at Slap Your Llama and the Snarky Llama. So it is called the Critter Frolic Kit, and it includes a zipper sock size bag from Whimsy Stitches, a skein Got distracted. A skein of my yarn, and you can pick if you want my lush sock cashmere base or soft sock, and then a set of stitch markers from Melissa that are little animal themed, the Snarky Llama. Very cute. I don't have any kits on me in person, but I will show them on the screen. In this, while I've been talking about it, it'll have been on the screen. You'll have seen it by now. And it will be pre-orders available. So they will start shipping towards the end of the month. Beginning of next month, I think it'll be the beginning of September. So that way you can pick your base and, get exactly what you want. So that will go live tomorrow during the update at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And the shop will be linked in the show notes as usual. You can also find it in the down bar right here on YouTube. So
I had some good news about your BFL base. Oh,
yeah. Tough Sock BFL is back in stock. My supplier was out for a very long time. And so I have now put up Tough Sock option for purchase in the dyed to order listing for the Harry Potter Club. So you can now get it on Tough Sock. And I will also be dyeing more to put in the shop this week, just as soon as my order comes in tomorrow. So I think that's it. Can you think of anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. And we hope you have a very knitty week.
Oh, I thought of something. Just to throw this out there, I know earlier we talked about we are planning a trip. Well, we're going to New York right before Christmas after exams. If you know of a really good yarn shop that we should try to hit while we're in New York, please let us know.
Yeah.
We are planning to go to Nitty City, Pearl Soho, Brooklyn General.
I really want to go to Woolen.
And maybe Woolen. Not really sure.
Yeah.
Now
We've never been to Brooklyn before.
No, this will be my 5th or 6th trip to New York, and I've never been to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But we do have 2 other people on the trip, so we're trying to decide, are we going to split up or not? So we're not sure how many yarn stores we're actually going to be able to hit. But if you know of any other yarn shop that we haven't mentioned, but it's like one of those places that you really think we should go to see, let us know, because we're all about going to a yarn shop. If you know of one, we'll try.
We weren't knitters last time we went, were we?
Yeah, we were.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I was.
We went in 2008. You've been more recently than I have.
Yeah.
So you hit the fun stores while I was here being sad all alone.
It was a trip with me and Dad.
Yeah,
Sometimes, I don't go on your and Larry's dates.
Yeah.
So there's that.
We've never been to New York, so
then you need to plan a trip.
We do. We're actually thinking maybe Disney during Mardi Gras, but that's still kind of up in the air. But anyway, I think that's everything. Right?
Yes, I'm done now.
Okay, so now thank you for watching.
Sorry.
And we hope you have a very knitty week again. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.